Hello guys and welcome to the video tutorial of how to program in C language. This is your host Syed Bakr Ali Shah, and in this video I will show you that how the for loops work in C programming. In the last video I have shown you the theoretical view of loops and described you three types of loop and told you that how those loops work. But that was the theoretical view. So in this video I will show you that how the for loop works in C programming. So firstly I will show you the simplest example of for loop, and I will show you the bit advanced we can say an application of for loop. So I guess we should have to start it. So firstly I want to initialize a variable called int, which we use in for loop, int I suppose, and make a loop for I is equals to 0 terminates. So here we initialize the variable equals to 0. So the first we can say the first condition of for loop is initialization of a variable, like I have told you in the previous video. Sorry for that. And now right here I will initialize a statement, or we can say a test expression. We initialize here a text expression for our loop. So I will actually initialize a text expression, or give a text expression which is if I is less than 10, and terminates it, and I plus plus, and you just have to print the value of I in this term by here I, and terminates it up. So what the loop is doing, it's saying the I is equal and equals to 0 for initialization. The initialization means initially the I is equals to 0, and in the text expression it is actually saying that whenever the I is less than 10, you should have to plus the value or increment the value of I by 1. I have told you in the previous video that how the increment and decrement operators in C language works. So here is the, we can say, increment operator, and here is the test expression, and here is the initialization of a variable. So I also do have to say %d right here to print the value of I. And when I compile it, let's see what the program will show us. Compile and then run it. Oops, I have actually running this up. Compile and run it, and it will say 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yes. So what it is giving us, it is giving us the value of I, which is incrementing by 1. So if you see right here, if I compile and run it again, so you see whenever the value of 0 and whenever the I is less than 10, it prints the value of I, which is 0, and then it increments it by 1 and it's print 1, and then 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and then whenever it comes to the value of 10, it say it's greater or equals to I. So I will not print the value more than 10. So it's terminate the loop and quiets the condition of our for loop. So this is how the for loops work. Now I'll show you an advanced example of how we can actually say the for loop works. So I want to actually initialize some more variables right here. Like if I initialize integer, we can say count terminates, and integer we can say sum, and then I give here the, we can say, condition called count is equals to 0, and count is less than and equals to 10, and and count plus plus, and prints in the loop that printf and say sum is or in not the loop, I will just say right here sum plus and equals to, we can say count, and terminates it. Sum plus and equals to is just saying right here, I will comment it and show you that what it's doing. Sum is equals to sum is equals to count plus some value. So what this will work, this condition will work, it will work same as sum is equals to count plus sum. What it will say, the value of count plus sum is equals to sum again. So it's that simple. It's the short form of writing something else like this to this. You can just say plus and equals to count, and right here I will just print the value, printf, and print the value of sum. Sum is, we can say right here %d, and print here sum, and terminates it up. So what the program is doing, it is checking whether the value of count is equals to 0 or not, and right here count is less than or equals to 10. Until the count is less than or equals to 10, it will not stop printing or plusing the value of count into sum. So this is how this condition works, and if the test condition is true, so it will plus the value of count by 1 and terminates it up. Or I guess I should have to pre-increment the value. This will work more pretty fine for it. So let's see when I execute the loop what happens. We can say compile it, terminates it, and it's saying the value of sum is 56. So how the program is running, it's check the condition of count is 0, and when the condition is count is turned to 0, so it's plus the value of sum is equals to the value, it adds the value of 0 into sum, and 0 plus 0, it's right here, the sum is initialized to 0 by default, and 0 plus 0 is 0, and when the value of, we can say, count is turned to 1, so it will add 1 into sum, and so on like that. 1, it add 1, and then 2 is equals to 2, and 2 plus 1 is equals to 3, and so on, and the total answer of count and the value of sum equals to 56 right here. So this is how the for loops and the test conditions work right here. If you have any question, so please comment in the comment section, and please subscribe my channel Tech Talks, and I am really in need of your support, so please support us.